Hey everybody, it's me, MarkDee, and we're here on Positive Insight, continuing the 175-day challenge. Out for an afternoon walk here, and having kind of quiet on the airwaves here. I didn't want to do one every day for the continuation of the 75. Doing one daily was part of the 75 hard. And also, I think I just need some time to kind of like reflect and not have to kind of turn the camera on. I've gotten really comfortable feeling that I can just get in here and start talking about what's going on for me and kind of like what I'm interested in and the thoughts I was having that I thought I could share. And I also need a little bit of time to reflect. So I've been I've been feeling been it was quite a high for like the whole entire 75. It was like exciting. It took determination. It took energy. And there was different types different types of motivation to kick in some like energy when it was like really needing to get reset or I was about to kind of like fall off the wagon for the 75 hard. And it's kind of like built these habits. And now, maybe partially because I don't have the group I was doing it before, maybe partially because the format's changed for me and kind of how I put it. But also, I think a large part of it is to do with the fact that it's kind of become habits, become part of the everyday. So this kind of new and exciting thing I had going on, it's like what goes up must come down a little bit, and I think some of those manifest destiny coaches out there might disagree, but I think that there's a balance in like the growth and the pushing and projecting forward, but then kind of like processing, kind of figuring out, like a little bit of cocooning to kind of like grow. And lately, I just feel like the very hungry caterpillar. For those of you who know that reference. I just wanted to come on today and talk about how I've been kind of hard on myself in this kind of like lowered lull. And I've been kind of feeling stagnant. One thing that's happened is I joined that app Clubhouse. Some of you might have heard of it, some of you haven't. It was exclusively for um, Apple communication devices. It's opened up into Android, and it's amazing. There's this like awesome opportunity to interact with people, to find people who are into the same types of things as you, to gain knowledge. What the app is, in case you don't know, is essentially it's a public forum through the medium of voice on your phone. So there's a stage, and people are on stage. Anywhere from 1 to 50, I think it is. Oh no, it's got to be more than that. It might depend on your account too. But those people are on stage. They're having a conversation or debate or listening to one person and then commenting on it. Sometimes it's like a specific professional speaker about a specific topic. And then there's an audience, and you can just be in the audience listening to this stuff go on. So great potential. I'm really feeling there's a ton of people on there who have been isolated during COVID, and this is just like a great connection, and it kind of, does some healing for them, provides them something they haven't been able to get. There's great potential in that. I see its potential for teaching as well, seeing different perspectives. This is for me personally. And the one thing that kind of like I'm processing, trying to figure out how I feel about it or what I'm going to do about it, is there's tons on there, and it kind of gives this feeling of saturation. I don't know how that plays itself out. Does it play itself out as self-worth, or like what is it worth, or like do I really have something good enough to share with the world? Yeah, so I think as I speak it out loud, I know that I just need to take the challenge I'm having with it and turn that around into a positive. That's essentially what all challenges are. They're just opportunities to grow. So yeah, thanks for letting me chat that out. I suggest the app. If you'd like a link to an invite to the app, Clubhouse, mention it in this video, type it down below, and I'll send you a link. The other thing I want to talk about is that feeling I got from Clubhouse kind of carried itself into my ego, and it kind of seeped into my thoughts. I started thinking like, what, oh, I did 75 hard. I've still got a long way to go. I want to work on myself more. I want to feel better. And I started thinking like, oh man, like all that effort didn't really feel like too much. But it also came along with a little bit of a stagnant feeling, and this feeling of like, I'm not going anywhere. I'm not making momentum. I'm not making progress. So I had to sit down and do a little bit of a reset, just a little meditation, do some breathing, get a really good sleep in. Whoa, being attacked by the wonderful trees. And after that little reset, I kind of sat down and kind of like wrote down for myself, like, where's the progress? What's it look like? So I'll start with the really obvious one, talked about the weight I've lost, noted that, wrote it down, talked about certain internal mental challenges I was having, like not a feeling or like a state, but like very specific things that happen in here that are reactions to the outside world. And I noted a few of many of them that I have that I can acknowledge have changed, and I don't do the reaction which I previously felt was not very not a very fruitful reaction. Sorry, got a little distracted there. Coming out to the main road, and I was just trying to think about whether I should find a smaller road. But so I wrote that down, and then I started writing down like all this other stuff. It's actually, to me, feels like a very big bonus that I can just jump on camera and not be worried about it. So I wrote that down. Doesn't matter what the outcomes are. Then I realized, because of Clubhouse, I used to be admitted to this. I had a whole bunch of people reach out to me to network. And I'm sort of pessimistic about that stuff. I think like every connection is about a sale of some sort. But I've had some really good connections. Some of them were sales, and that's okay. You just get to be authentic about how you feel about that. But there's been some really good connections. I'm working on a couple different ideas for collaboration, and I've had friends off of Facebook mention an idea or they'd like to do something, and I love that. I absolutely love that. If you already want to do lives, or you are doing lives, and you need someone to be the sounding board or the bouncing the wall off of, or having a direct conversation interaction, I love that kind of facilitation. It fits right in with kind of my corporate training background, adult education. So I have a few of those going on, which is like a creative outlet for me. So it feels like a bloom, feels like something inside is blooming. I'm gonna turn down this road to get off of the traffic here. Yeah, so it really was helpful to kind of sit down and write those things down. Had a few conversations online with some friends, reconnected with Wampa, who started this live video journey for me, and he's doing well. It's great to hear his voice. We didn't actually talk on the phone. We did video, short video messages back and forth. I love that. It's fun. You can kind of like take the video whenever you have a chance to respond to the next line. And yeah, so there's been a couple different people I've reconnected with this week. So there's quite a few different, different things that are going well. Things that are in our house have slowed down a little bit in a positive way. We had an amazing hike this morning. I really enjoyed it. On the North Shore, it was a completely different location we hadn't been. And my partner put it really well. It's like, oh, I feel like I'm in nature, not in like a busy hike in North Vancouver. So yeah, so there's so many great things going on. And I just wanted to come on and share that I have all these great things going on, and I still had challenges seeing them. So I took time, stopped to do that. I'm not saying life's bad, but like sometimes there's just a feeling that you want to kick. And I feel like I kicked it because I took time to kind of remind myself. So I just remembered. And there it is. So anyway, thanks for listening. I hope my little share has been helpful to someone out there. If you're watching on the replay and you made it to this far, you are royalty in my mind. I love you. And if you've been watching live, I don't think you have because there's a thing that tells me that people are watching. But just know that I love you too. Even if you skip through the whole video and this is where you land, Mark D loves you. And I'll talk to you soon. Have a great night.